What's that, flower girl?
Good job.
You did do a good job.
Being a flower girl wears you out, doesn't it?
So the last couple of days have been pretty busy for us. We left the RV park in Topeka, Kansas. We drove 11 hours from Kansas to West Tennessee, in Henderson, Tennessee, which is where we're at right now, in Chickasaw State Park.
One right here.
You want to go catch them? Oh, look at them. Come on. I see him. You want to see it?
Whoa.
Firefly.
Uh-oh. Fly.
Can you catch it?
No, bug bite me.
They're not going to bite you. They're fireflies. Look at all of them. Look at all the fireflies.
Lighting up. Flashlight.
The look and feel of the state park is pretty similar to a lot of the state parks you'll find in Tennessee. You've got lush greenery all around you, wildlife. It's just I don't know, every state has its own like feel to it. And of course we're from Tennessee, born and raised, and so the feel of Tennessee and like the state parks in Tennessee we really love. Marissa's brothers are getting married here in West Tennessee, so we set up for the wedding. And then the next day we had a full day of wedding activities where I've never filmed a wedding before, but they actually asked me to film the wedding, so I videoed the wedding for them as well.
Kiss your bride.
It was really good because we got to see all my family, which has been a while since we got to see them, and we're excited to have Bianca in our family, and it's good seeing my brother really happy too, so she makes him happy. So I think we're all pretty exhausted. Hensley slept forever today. We had good intention. Weddings will wear you out, but it was really good. It was fun.
Yeah, I woke up early-ish. I don't know, 7 a.m., which isn't super early for me, but yeah, Marissa got up a couple hours after. Well, she woke up and then she went back to bed. She changed her mind.
I woke up before you. It was like 6 something.
Oh, okay. So, but she went back to bed, so it didn't count.
Oh yeah, I was so tired.
But Hensley just got up like 30 minutes ago at 10. I don't even know. What, like almost 11 o'clock?
It was 10.
It was late. Like I actually had to start checking to see when checkout time is, which usually I don't have to do. Luckily it's 12 p.m. so we're gonna get out of here by 12, but not exactly an early exit for us. And so something I've encountered, I haven't encountered this much, I'd say less than 5 times since we've been full-time RV living, is water hose length. You know, we keep a 30-foot water hose. 90+% of the time I do not need a 30-foot water hose, but every once in a while you do need it. This is an older state park. I don't know why they have it this way. A lot of the water spigots are on one side of the RV and the electric is on the other side of the RV. Don't know that I see that a lot. One thing I have seen as well though is like the water spigot could be like back behind the RV. I mean, there's reasons to have at least an extension for your water hose or a 30-foot water hose. So I lug around a 30-foot water hose every day of the year for these few times I need it. But when you need it, I mean, you really need it. Our style of travel, we're kind of all or nothing. We're like either stop for 2 nights, and in this case, pay for full hookups and relax, or just kind of hit the Walmarts or boondocking spots along the way and just kind of work your way back. This kind of style may or may not work for you as a couple or as a family or by yourself, whatever. But for us, it's worked pretty well the last few times we've done it. This should be our last stop before we get back to Middle Tennessee. Flying J. We hit a lot of Flying J's. because we got a dedicated RV pump here, and we've got propane we can get as well at Flying Jet. And then sometimes we hit the mother lode, they have a Cinnabon, but no Cinnabon at this one. I was really hoping there's gonna be a Cinnabon here.
Salad with tuna.
Yeah, that's a close second. So we made it back to our home base town of Cookeville, Tennessee, and the owner gave me a choice of 2 different campsites. One is easy, it's up there. And then the other one is down here in this little zigzag thing. So I'm gonna take the one that's more challenging, of course. Well, this one has 30 amp down here, but it's more private. And then this one's 50 amp, but it like isn't as private. Pros and cons of each. Last chance, which one you want?
This one looks pretty shaded down here.
It does look really shady, like in a good way.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Shady.
Let's go for the shady. If it doesn't work out, we can move it.
That's a good thing about having your house on wheels.
Yeah. And I've parked the Airstream here before for pictures. So we moved it over here, basically had to move it back, and it was not easy to get this thing in there, so that's gonna be interesting too. Well, that was every bit as bad as we thought it'd be. It took us over 20 minutes just to get this thing in here. It doesn't look that bad at first glance, but you've got to come in here, which is straight. I mean, that's pretty narrow, so that's not too bad. But the worst part is this. You've got to turn enough where you can angle the RV into this spot right here. And so that's kind of the trick, is finding enough room to make that turn. And we are still working on our navigation skills. Luckily, we haven't had to navigate too much. I usually just get in and out of the van a whole lot while she takes care of Hensley. That's something that really helps, especially if you have something this short. It's not nearly as bad. When I had our 43-foot fifth wheel, that was horrible. I had to have help. Sometimes you even see like neighbors coming over, seeing that beast rolling in. Hensley will like this spot. I think if I was in a situation, which that was part of this decision of whether I would rather have the sun being blocked by some shade in the morning or the sun being blocked by shade in the afternoon/evening, I would rather have it being blocked in the evening. To me, the sun just seems harsher in the evening, and we go do more things in the morning too. So that's the spot that we've got here too. And so all this is shaded in the early evening/evening, and then the spot we were looking at was only gonna be shaded like in the morning.
I'm a penguin.
You're a penguin? Is the penguin gonna go play in the water?
Penguins go under the water, remember?
Yeah, they do go into the water, don't they? So we're glad to be back in a familiar area. We've got friends here, family here. We know if we need to get something done, we know where things are at. So it's nice to have that mix of one day being somewhere we're like, oh my goodness, what do we even do? Versus, you know, we know where a lot of stuff's at here.
I think it's just nice being somewhere familiar, and I don't know, it's a good mix for us getting to visit our home base and visit family and friends.
Yeah, and we got projects we need to get done that I could do more. I do some projects on the road, but if I can, I try to hold off on projects like, you know, until I get back here, because I know, again, where resources are at. It's easy for us to get mail if we need to. There's nothing worse than getting in the middle of a project and then realizing that you can't get the mail, or there's something you need you can't get locally. And we move around so frequently that this is one of the only places we stop for more than like a week or so. And I can get a few things that take a little while done.
And I've had people ask because they're worried about doing this lifestyle because they're afraid that they'll miss family and they'll miss friends. And I always say this has been a good mix for us. Like we get the travel, but I mean, it's your journey. You can, you know, come back as little or as much as you want. And for us, we've kind of found that sweet spot that we enjoy and we look forward to. And it's been good for us having the mix.
Yeah, we're not in this short term. I mean, we want to pace ourselves and have time, and you know, that we can spend with family, and that family can spend time with Hensley, and we don't want them to be away from her like for a year at a time or 2 years at a time or anything like that. So I feel like
and
it's
we
a good
don't want
balance.
that for us either.
No, we don't want that for us either.
I mean, this is about our family, but it's also about our you know, the people we love as well.
Well, we're here for at least a couple of weeks, and then we plan on heading to Wyoming and Montana. That's right, if you're keeping up, that's pretty much right back where we were, like 4 hours north of where we were. So we took a 30-hour detour to Tennessee, then we're heading right back close to where we were. Because some of those northern states, you know, you don't get a big gap to visit those places, so we're gonna make sure we hit those the right time of the year. Well, we are going to call it a night, and we will catch you guys later.